We're now live with audio.
Cool.
Welcome to Pass Turn Podcast, episode number 41. I'm Tom, and with me is Troy. Are you reading the dictionary there, Troy?
Oh, you caught me. I like to break a mental sweat too. Tonight, Tom, I am Sarpadian Empires Volume 7. That is number 6 done with. Goodbye. Welcome to the Pass the Turn podcast with me, Sarpadian Empires Volume 7. And who are you, Tom?
I am Grun, the Lonely King, because I've been waiting lonely for my co-host to join me.
Yeah.
And as everyone can probably see, one of them just hasn't turned up. They've
No.
abandoned us, thinking that a night on the lash for their birthday is more important than a podcast. I'd argue not.
Screw that guy. Let's go. I'm sure he's watching somewhere, spying away.
Oh, good. So Andrew has just confirmed it does seem like we have got sound, despite our earlier problems. So it's always good to know we've got some sort of technical broadcast. So what have we got to do today, Troy? What's the discussion? Do you know? Do you want me to tell you?
Go for it.
We've got Mark Rosewater's teasers for the I've already forgotten.
Modern Horizons 2.
And I think you've got a few more little spoilers or something as well to go with it.
I have a list of potential, the rumours, let's say, before any spoilers came out.
The rumours.
The rumours, so we can always compare to see if they were true.
And then, I don't know if we've got some time at the end, we'll have a quick chat on the organised play debacles.
Yeah, whatever that is.
We don't know much about that. That's how
Nah.
I know most podcasts that's like top of the docket this week, but for us, we don't really know. So
Don't really know. I know some of the famous Magic players that I like to watch, but I don't know what they do in these games or anything.
do they tap their lands?
They play a few cards, and they use big dice. And they get told off if they don't shuffle properly. in the commercial breaks.
Right, let's kick this off, shall we? Let's get into the teaser.
Yeah.
What's Andrew said? Don't worry, there'll be 5 more products before fall from WOTC. That sounds low.
Whoa. Let's rewind there. What did you just call it? I've never heard that before. Am I saying it wrong?
What? WOTC?
Yeah.
Wizards of the Coast. What? C. Can you see how Andrew's written it? It's like
yeah. Is that how people write it and say it?
I think it's maybe more of an American thing, but I've embraced it.
I don't know.
What can I say?
I've never heard that before, but I will from now on. I just go WOTC. Oh, Wizards of Wizards of the Coast. WOTC. I like it. You learn something new every day. Let's go.
Right, let's get it up. So this, as usual, is on Mark's Tumblr feed. I don't know why he doesn't release this on like the main website. Why he hides this on his own little private blog.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
can see it perfectly. Let's go.
Oh yeah, Andrew, we've had some sort of debate on technicalities here. Can you actually read any of the words on this screen right now, or is it just purely nonsense? Please let us know. We will be reading it out, obviously, but just nice to know. Anyway, what have we got? So we've got some things. First up, here are some things you can expect in the set. So number 1 is a legendary creature, best known for having his name on a powerful card that's been banned, finally gets a legendary creature. Any idea who this is?
So I kind of went looking.
Yeah.
I've not got the best MTG knowledge. But I was like, banned as in banned from Modern, or banned as in banned from anywhere?
I'm guessing banned from... Oh no, I guess it could be banned from anywhere. Yeah.
I didn't really come up with anything. I kind of came up with one thing, but I don't want to say it in case it's like not even a legendary creature. Not that I just don't know. You know, I'm too embarrassed to say what it is. What do you think, Tom?
I did come across... Well, basically, this is alluding to... You know, like last time, they had Tormod of Tormod's Crypt Fame.
Yeah.
So I think this is a similar line of that. It's an artifact or something we've had in the past.
Is it like a sword? No.
I guess it could be a sword.
I don't know.
Or,
What did you come up with?
Is it Ashnod? Ashnod's altar? Have we had him before?
Oh, I don't know. Is that? Oh, I'm not going to say anything because I'll just make myself look like a right fool of a toque. We've had Ashnod's altar, yeah.
Yes,
Is that?
we've had the altar, the battle gear, the coupon, the Silex, and the transmogrant, but we've never had Ashnod. So that was my little guess. But whether or not any of these have been banned, I don't know.
That's what I mean. Does it say banned or
I can't
previously banned? Yeah. Let's say. So it's names on a powerful card. Now that comes down to preference. I mean, I think, a basic forest is quite powerful, but hey.
It's another ban. Unless something weird like maybe Ashnod's altar was banned in standard when it was standard legal. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
What other ones have we got? I don't know.
I just went.
Go on,
I don't
just
even
throw
want
yours
to.
out there.
I don't know. It was. I don't even know what it was now.
That's a shame.
I'm not saying. No, I didn't know. In fact, a quick Google might help.
Let's see if anyone here has got it.
Has anyone had a guess yet?
So this is also just the Magic MTG Reddit. Just see what the Hive Mind have come up with. Most people are thinking of the bit we'll get to at the end.
Okay.
No, I'm not seeing anything.
No, I don't even think I was anywhere close.
But anyway, we don't really know. It will be.
The only thing I came up with was gotta get crucified here. Umazawa's Jitty.
Oh yeah.
It was an artifact that was banned.
Yes, it was.
And he is a legendary creature. But obviously it just says it was a powerful card, banned, and it had its name on, so I don't know. That's what I'm going for.
But is this the original Umazawa?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. I didn't even know that. Yeah. I knew of the Toshiro one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's Tetsuko from Dominaria, and that's meant to be like the great granddaughter or something of Tetsuo.
Yeah. It's a cool card. So yeah, the artifact was banned. It was banned in modern as well, which is where I started looking.
Yeah.
So I just had I thought, oh, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, that would be a good shout.
Yeah. So I don't know. Is it a powerful card? It might have been.
Yeah,
because it was
banned.
banned.
Yeah, I remember that being.
So I mean, yeah, I think I used that in a deck once in Commander, but hey. So we got.
So next up, we've got a theme on only a handful of Modern Horizons cards gets a larger presence.
A theme?
So
I couldn't come up with. That was tough because I was like, oh, I can't really remember many cards from it. My memory's useless.
And I felt Modern Horizons had loads of themes. I felt they didn't go like super deep on anything. It just really helped spread out.
It was a bit of everything, wasn't it?
Like we had.
It was like, oh yeah, ninjas haven't got many ninjas. Yeah, exactly. Let's give them a handful.
So like, do they mean that? Are they just going to be like, okay, ninjas like people liked in Modern Horizons, let's go all in on Horizons 2.
That could be cool. That could open up a new can of worms.
Yeah, there was obviously also slivers and shapeshifters.
Yeah, the whole changelings, wasn't it? Yeah, yeah.
Obviously, there was a snow theme in Modern Horizons. Whether or not
there was a snow theme. We got those nice full art snowlands basics, didn't we?
Yeah, Andrews suggested yet again. There's a ninjas, cascade, and changelings. There's cascades new on there.
Yeah,
that could be something. That could be like pushed out even harder.
Yeah, it's one thing I just don't really understand is cascade. I'm just not interested.
What about cascade, 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 cascade?
Yeah, exactly. Who's got 4 hours to wait for a turn?
Cats. I don't know.
Yeah, a good few cats, weren't there?
Just see if there's anything else popping out that looks like. No, I don't know.
No.
Goblins.
A couple of goblins, yeah. Goblin matron, very cool.
Bears? Bears had like a bit of a thing, didn't they?
Ooh,
There's
yeah,
the
you got the
weird
Olu, whatever she's called, the queen among bears.
I don't know. We've not come up on too many good ones yet.
It's purely a guessing game until the release, isn't it?
Exactly. The release is the fun. It's just about throwing some wild things out there.
Yeah.
Andrew said his Maelstrom Wanderer would like to have a word with you. Cascade,
Oh
cascade.
dear. Oh god. Oh my god. I don't like the look of that. Wouldn't like to meet him down a dark back alley.
What next up? We've got. Sorry. A frog 26 years in the making. So.
Just a baby then.
Yeah. I don't know.
Like I said, it's probably I don't know, the Git Rob Monster's grandma or something.
Just grandma. That'd be epic.
Yeah.
The only thing I can think for this, I didn't really flesh out the idea, is what set came out 16 years ago? That'd be 2005.
Not Mirrodin. After Mirrodin,
Ravnica.
you had.
So it's Ravnica.
Is it Ravnica?
9th edition. Saviors of Kamigawa.
I was going to say it was one of the Kamigawas, wasn't it?
So, is this a frog that was mentioned somewhere in Kamigawa? Or perhaps mentioned somewhere in Ravnica? I don't know. And how do we know it's going to be a frog if we try and look?
This is it. It's like a frog, 26 years in the making. Why did they put 26 years in the making? Because it's just gonna be a letdown, isn't it?
Oh, damn. What I tried to do there is look for some flavor text with frog in it from one of the Kamigawa sets to see if there's just anything like weird in there, like a weird like frog god or deity sort of thing. I don't know. But that's my guess then. It's a frog from Kamigawa, but we don't know what it is. We don't know where that comes from.
I don't know. Who's asking for this frog anyway? It's a bit strange.
In fact, he doesn't say anyone asked for it. Just
maybe he wanted the frog.
No, I can't think of any like weird stories that have got a frog in them or anything.
I spent 26 years designing this frog.
Just a 2 for 2.
Yeah, 2 for 2. What more can you want?
Oh, thanks, Mark.
Oh, this next bit.
So new split cards.
So... I don't know how I feel about split cards in general.
I don't see the point in them now. We've got the double face cards.
No.
Like. Surely...
So is it like the split cards where you had like the say like an instant and sorcery? Sometimes you'd have you could only play the second one from a graveyard. Is that what split cards are?
So I think it means this.
Am I getting? Yeah. Okay. So for something like
these were split, weren't they? The Aftermath cards.
Yeah. So you had things like Aftermath, or you had you paid. You could play one or both at the same time.
Yeah.
There was a few different ones, but they were quite useful in things like if you played a Yuriko Ninja deck, the converted mana cost, or mana value as we now call it, was both sides of the card.
Yeah.
So obviously you could get some decent Yuriko triggers from something that, maybe wasn't the best spell in the world, and you'd only use the first part, but it might have a converted mana cost of about 7.
Yeah, they did change all the rules, didn't they? Because they also worked.
Yeah.
Didn't they work really weirdly with the Kaladesh expertise cards? So it says that you can cast a card from your hand for free that's going to cost less than this. So like this blue, green, green, white one here, you could then cast you could cast the 2 mana cost side Azure, but actually do the 6 mana side Assemble. So you could pay like 3 mana to get a 3 mana spell and a 6 mana spell, sort of thing. I think that was one of the ways it worked, and it was just a bit.
Oh right, I'm not sure, but yeah, it was a bit probably caused a lot of confusion, but the only thing I can clear up is that the converted mana cost is both sides, I think.
Yeah, I think they have now said it's like added together. So that example we just had there, the the mana value of that is now 8. Whereas before it was like
Yeah.
a weird thing. It's like it's both 2 and 6 at the same time.
Yeah.
Like a weird Schrodinger's cat situation.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So we did have some of these in Modern Horizons, right? No,
was there?
I'm not sure. Am I making that up? I might just be thinking of the Ravnica Allegiance ones.
Doesn't look like there
No?
were any, but
making it up. Sorry.
There might have been something similar though. There might be something that
Probably
just
'cause
it's not called split.
I think they were just chucked in my Ninjas deck, which had a lot of Modern Horizon cards in. So
So yeah, Andrew said that he died to Yakuru's triggers off of these. So
yeah, there were some really cheap ones, and it might just have been like a spell. I think it was like, I can't remember which one it was. It was just like return something to its owner's hand, but it was like a 7 or 8 or 9 mana cost. So it was like, yeah, boom, everyone take that.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I reckon your first guess is right. I reckon it's going to be the Aftermath cards, like from the Amonkhet block,
Yeah.
where it's you cast one
Yeah.
half from your hand, then the other
Yeah.
half comes from your graveyard.
Yep.
And then
You
exile
can only
it.
Yeah.
Because
they're quite cool. Yeah.
it stops you having sort of like loads of possibilities in your hand. It
Yeah.
stops sort of it being too good that way. But I think they're also very good for limited sort of stuff, where they let you, like, when you're out of options in your hand, you still can like reuse your graveyard in some way.
Yeah.
So
I mean, no one wants 2 different spells coming at them straight away either.
So Andrew's saying commit to memory.
That rings a bell, maybe.
That's not. Oh yeah, there it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was the mono blue one. Put target spell
Yeah.
or one-land opponent into its owner's library, second from the top. And then the Aftermath side was each player shuffles their hand and graveyard into their library, then draws 7 cards. Which I used in my infamous Metallurgic Summonings deck, I think, because you used to just cycle through the whole fucking deck too quickly. You had to refill the graveyard because it was just you'd basically the deck wasn't any good, but you could go through the whole deck. So it just meant you ended up with nothing left, and you had to start again, and you had to boss people to death eventually.
Yeah, there were some cool cards of that. Like I said, I definitely used a couple, mainly for the mana cost side of it. What are we on to next?
A future sight mechanic reused for the first time.
Yeah.
These ones are always impossible to guess. I don't even know.
There was.
I don't even know what's been reprinted from Future Set.
So I had a quick little look on the internet at this, and turns out there's quite a few that they never reused. So any guess is as good as possible, kind of thing. What was it? Future Sight. So there was a couple. So what did I think I just googled the Future Sight set, and it said these ones. It actually was quite easy to find because it said these ones have been reprinted or reused. These ones haven't. So it's even under a mechanics, thing. It said mechanics. Here we go.
Andrew's guessed Grandeur.
Yeah, that was one that came up.
So yeah, it looks like I had a cycle in the last set. What does Grandeur let you do? Discard another card named the same, and target player can't cast spells this turn. Creature can't attack that player. What? That player can't cast spells this turn, and creatures that player controls can't attack this turn. But yeah, basically it's discarding a card that's got the same name, which is quite a cool mechanic, quite a good way, and they're all legendary. So quite a cool, fun way of getting around the legendary rule, like in like standard, not that they're in like in modern. So that's quite fun.
Yeah.
And there's Corlash, heir to Blackblade in there, and we're all thinking Dakon Blackblade's coming back.
Yep.
And now his son. Oh dear. So that's another good reason. Could be Grandeur then. Another little hint.
Could be. Yeah.
Did you have any more on your list?
It just says these were the new mechanics. It doesn't actually say if they was reused.
Oh, right.
So I wouldn't know off the top of my head. One I saw, I don't know if it. So you've got. what's it called? I think it was another G. Gravestorm, has that been reused? I'm not sure.
Gravestorm.
It says it's similar to the Storm ability.
So when you cast a spell, copy it for each permanent put into a graveyard this turn. Wow.
So I just went on. That could be. That's something similar to what you might see at the moment.
That'd be
So
cool. But also, like in a set like on Horizons, they can just use it once. Just just to make some sort of crazy deck even better in Modern.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if this has been reused. I do have this card, the Poisonous mechanic, which is basically infect but not infect. Did that get reused?
I think it did.
Yeah.
If I get rid of the set bit. Or maybe not then.
No.
Maybe
so
not.
I used to use Snake Cult Initiation in a deck, and it is like it's it's like infect, but you only get a certain amount of counters, don't you, depending on what the poisonous level is.
Yeah. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, that player gets 3 poison counters because this one has poisonous 3.
So it's an aura, is it? Yeah. So like with the aura, say you did, you had it on a 10/10, you'd still only take 3 poison, I guess.
Yeah.
Instead of the 10. Lifelink, we all know, is definitely there. Frenzy, I think. I don't know. So you've got things like Frenzy, Fortify, Fate Seal. I think I've seen Frenzy before,
Creatures have Frenzy 1. Whenever a sliver attacks and isn't blocked, he gets +1. So
surely they're not gonna like print a load more slivers and put Frenzy on them all. Is it all?
No, the only time it's been reprinted is in this unset. So I don't
know. Absorb.
Now, see, I just saw one with absorbed, and I didn't recognise it.
Yeah.
So again, this is another sliver one. So if a source would deal damage to a sliver, prevent 1.
Maybe that then. I don't know. I think the first guess from Andrew was a good one. Yeah. So maybe.
So yeah, Andrews said if they do reprint Gravestorm, we better get one of the altars reprinted. So do you mean like Ashnod's altar sort of thing, just where you get quick sack outlets, Andrew? And then also said about Finn the Fangbearer kind of does poison stuff. So again, it just adds more into that. But again, we've seen Phyrexians. We know that they're part of the story. They're doing something. So there's a good chance we might get poison in a standard set soon as well.
Yeah, that could be interesting.
How big it is, whether it's a main thing or just sort of like a side. Oh, look, remember about poison sort of thing. I don't know.
I think it's gonna. The way it usually goes is it'll be another kind of one-hit wonder, won't it?
Yeah, hopefully.
Like they do a lot of mechanics, and the good ones never stick around, and then you get stuck with the, less good, let's say. But yeah.
Andrew said, Phyrexian Altar reprint, you cowards.
Oh, please don't. I just bought one not long ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's right. We don't want them to reprint cards we own, just cards we don't
own.
Please.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, that's a couple of my guesses. I think the Grandeur one could be decent.
It is crazy the amount of sort of weird mechanics they did put in that one set, and
yeah.
A character that first appeared in a magic novel finally becomes a legendary creature.
Right, I'm gonna have a guess right now and say I've never read a magic novel, so I'm out. Dragon's Den style. I don't know. They're probably the kind of stories that I'd read. I don't know, like, but I don't think I've ever seen one.
No, they are very hard to come by.
Oh, they are, aren't they?
The old ones, like people.
Yeah.
People do buy them for quite a lot of money.
Like out of print, probably, and stuff.
So I know they have re-released them all, like on ebooks and stuff. So I
Yeah.
think it is quite easy to get copies. Like if you want that, but if you want like a proper
Yeah.
real
Yeah.
one,
Yeah.
you've got to pay.
Yeah. I like the physical thing in
Yeah.
hand. But not to worry.
Oh Jesus!
So a
Andrews.
character that first appeared in a magic novel. Now I don't know how many there are, but I'm guessing there's a few.
Yeah, they used to do one for every set, and when you bought a fat pack, you'd get the book with
Mm.
it. You'd get the book and you'd read
Oh
the
my
story.
god,
You know
really?
what's going on.
That would be quite cool
Yeah.
because when I first started playing Magic, and even when I started again, I didn't even know there was a story to Magic. That's what I'm saying.
See, this is why people
This
need
is 2 years
to.
ago.
This is why we need to reboot my little show
The
of the
story
story
time.
one.
Yeah.
I got lazy and I didn't do the Strixhaven one.
Mm.
I I really do need to go back and do it because it's good fun. Andrew's come up with a good one, and this
Mhm.
character I had no idea even existed. The vampire who
Oh
taught
my.
Dakon Blackblade how to forge the Blackblade. So that would be pretty mad. Again,
Yep.
if we think Dakon's going to be quite a big part of this set, like the last one
Oh,
seemed to be like about Urza and Yorgmoth and stuff. If this is now going to go like into Dakon and wherever else he's been and what he's part of, it could be quite a good shout.
yeah. I'll go with that. I've got nothing else. I mean, they've put him on the like box art and everything, haven't they?
Yeah. Although they
So,
haven't confirmed it's him, we're all pretty sure it is.
yeah. I mean, we had a good look last week, didn't we?
Yeah.
And
Zoom.
yeah, it's like a mirror image.
He looks like a beetle.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was insect form
That-
last week. That was it.
Aaron's.
Yeah.
That's Aaron's
Yeah.
guess that we're going to get the
Yeah.
insect planeswalker.
A beetle arm or something. Yeah.
Hopefully.
Hmm.
I'm just trying to think what other ones we've had. Magic novels, stuff in.
Come on.
No, we got the little pirates from Ixalan, didn't we? We got them in the commander set, so that doesn't work.
Mhm.
I've not read too many of the older ones. The ones I did read was the Onslaught and what's it book?
That's a very cool set.
Yeah, with Chainer and Kamal,
Yeah.
Mirari, all that stuff. But yeah, one of the who's the one who Yorgmoth is enemies of? You won't know, so I don't know. I'm
I
asking you.
possibly won't know. I only been told a very few minor things about any MTG stories, usually about cards I already own. Yeah.
But no, basically Yorgmoth fancies this woman, but she's already married to or is with this other bloke. And that's part
Okay.
of why Yorkmoth goes a bit too crazy and thinks, let's make Phyrexia kill everyone.
Oh, fair enough.
So, yeah. That's
As you do.
classic, classic nice guy.
Hmm.
Why isn't she with me? I'd be so much better for her, he said as he reeked of piss.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pass on that one. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see it, just because I can say, "Oh yeah, he was in a novel I never read or never knew about."
I knew him.
Yeah, I know you now.
But it's like I said, we got loads in the last one. Like Yorgmoth himself, like we got loads of big names in the last one.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's many more huge names that we just sort of forget about.
100%. There's so much stuff just pumped out, isn't there? It's just like it's kind of almost like things like this. It's like, yeah, cool that you're doing it, but no one's going to remember 2 days after the set's released. Like, you know, I've already forgotten about Strixhaven.
Yeah. What even is Strixhaven? Where's that set? Don't care.
It's under my bed, unopened, waiting to be sold because I've had enough of it.
I don't know. I haven't bought any Strixhaven yet.
I don't know personally anyone that has. Oh, Aaron bought a bundle, I think.
Did he? Again, it's still just the
I
weird time,
think,
especially
yeah.
in the UK. Like, we can't play properly in paper, so
Yeah.
it does feel a bit like, oh, what is the point? Like, I know you can sort of do the online pre-releases and stuff, but it's just not the same. Like, you can't just go and mess about and
Yeah, you could just. Yeah. I mean, we're getting there, but again, the set had nothing much to offer for me either. The only thing I bought was the commander decks because it was the commander decks.
Yeah. There's not.
And I'm kind of just more looking forward to these ones with the Dungeons and Dragons set.
Yeah, weirdly, like I didn't think I was gonna be that hyped for the Dungeons and Dragons one, but
yeah,
I am now. I'm quite excited for that.
I just think if anything's gonna appeal to me, it'll be that. But yeah, and this, not that I'll buy much. I'll just buy cards maybe that I like. We'll see.
So the next one we've got is a card with the number words 4 and 14. So, Lord knows.
I looked at that and just passed.
If you
I was like, ooh, that's some big numbers. I can't count.
Draw 4 cards if you have less than 14 life.
Draw 4 cards and 14 more cards if you feel like it.
Yeah. It's got to be draw 4 cards.
Lose 14 life.
Lose 14 life. For 1 white mana. What? Jeez, that'd be... pretty sure that's pretty busted.
Counter target spell unless its controller plays 4. If you're feeling like a right knob, get them to pay 14 instead. I don't know. I've never seen anything like it. Like, I can't think of anything. Like, there's a few, isn't there? Like, if you do this first, pay a bit less. Tragic Slip, what's that?
It's like it deals like 2 damage to something, but if a creature's died this turn, it deals 13 damage instead.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
something
possibly
like
something like that. There's plenty. There's probably a good few cards with things like that on, isn't there? Off the top of my head, I can't remember any.
Yeah. Hopefully, it's not just like a boring life gain thing. So although 14 life is a lot, it's still just
life gain.
Doesn't stop you losing. Just prolongs it.
Yeah. The life gain, it's kind of like, I'm not really that interested. I'm gonna lose it next turn, so bothered.
So if you
just
spend
kill
a whole
me now.
turn gaining 14 life, only for them to smack you in the face for 14 life next turn.
Yeah.
You might as well have not done anything.
Yeah, pretty much. So that could be interesting. Any comments on that? No. I don't know. We're all alone.
Ooh, this sounds good. A fan favorite animal character finally becomes a legendary creature. And this is actually like part of the above. It says finally becomes a legendary creature. Does that mean we've seen it before on a card, maybe? But it's just not been legendary. It's just been, oh look, here's the thing, or like.
So, I'm guessing then it's just a creature, maybe that hasn't been legendary.
Character.
So do you? Do you think that? I'm sure they're not. There's 2 separate bullet points, so I'm guessing they're not related.
No, I guess not. No.
Yeah. So I'm guessing the character that first appeared in a magic novel is not an animal. Maybe.
No. Again, it could be. Could be a big twist.
It could be. But the animal again, I was like, "Ooh, that sounds cool."
Yeah.
What is it? I have no idea. So a fan favorite animal character.
I think Andrew skipped ahead.
Oh no.
Because he said a legendary black border squirrel, and that I don't want to give too much away, but I believe there's something like that coming up.
There is a new something called nothing. Yep.
Also,
there is a new.
Isn't Toski a legendary squirrel?
He is a legendary squirrel, but I don't know. I think the one coming up is a legendary squirrel warrior. So I'm not sure what Toski was. Just a squirrel.
Andrew, I'm afraid to
Freddy Krueger.
Toski from earlier this year is also a legendary squirrel. With his prosthetic arm, which we still don't know why he has.
And his massive tail, isn't it?
A massive fucking tail. We might know. I might have missed that story. I didn't read all of the Kaldheim supplemental stories, so there's a good
Yeah,
chance
I've
we know
not
exactly why Toski's only got one arm, and I just haven't bothered to read it yet.
quite possibly. So yeah, it could be another squirrel, but then I don't. Just because of what's coming up, I don't think it's going to be a squirrel.
No. The one that I'm.
What's really popular? I don't know. Everyone's got their own
Yeah.
favourites, haven't they?
The one I was thinking was, is it Mowu, the dog? You
Oh,
Planeswalkers has got a little pet dog.
Yeah, he was a legendary creature in War of the Spark, wasn't he?
Of course he was.
Mowu, Loyal
Yes.
Companion, was
Yeah.
it? Yeah. See, I know that because I went to the pre-release and pulled it.
Did you? Smashing.
I was like, oh, Mowu, Mowu.
You were chonky.
Never used it. Cool if you want a wolf. I don't know, wolf tribal or something. I don't know. Crack on. It's going to be something either like really kind of like, you know, like fan favorite kind of. Oh yeah, he's rubbish, but everyone loves him.
Yeah.
Or it's going to be something just like something absolutely rubbish that they've made like a beast.
Le Beast.
Could be a legend. I don't know. A fan favorite animal character. Oh, help us out, people.
The problem with like these modern ones is so many callbacks to like quite old Magic, which is before we sort of played. And I am just rubbish at it. I have not really sort of jumped far enough back to really know. So if it really predates Lorwyn, there's a good chance I just don't really know what the fuck it is.
Wow, exactly. Like a fan favorite animal. What's your favorite animal? I don't know.
Monkey?
Could be a monkey then.
Yeah, we'll see.
It'd be interesting to see online what people are guessing. We shall find out soon.
So next up, we've got a white enchantment with a trigger that investigates. Can you remember what investigate does? Does that make a clue token?
Is it the clue token, which I can't remember what a clue does. So I've got half of it, right?
Investigate.
Is it something about you don't draw? Do you draw a card off it? I can't remember.
You pay 2 mana and sacrifice it to draw a card.
That's right. Because is it Tireless Tracker? I think has investigate. Yes. So I've used that card. That's probably the only reason I know it.
So a white card that has card draw, basically. It's an enchantment that lets you draw cards slowly, with added artifact bonuses, if that matters to you.
Yeah, possibly. They give us they did couple of popular. Well, I guess they're still popular white cards in Strixhaven, didn't they? So.
Yeah, they are still doing the big white revival.
Yeah, white revival. That's it.
That sounds a bit racist.
White lives matter. But yeah, I think it's good that they're kind of fixing it, but I don't want them to fix it so that white becomes like too good. You want it to still be like classic. Yeah, white's probably like rubbish. White's rubbish for card draw or whatever.
Yeah.
You know.
It needs to stay the worst, but just needs to be a little bit better.
Yeah. You want everything to have its kind of pros and cons. But kind of trying to balance it a little bit, I guess, is okay.
I'm going to just guess this is whenever one or more creatures attacks you, investigate.
Yeah.
It's my just guess. It's not too powerful.
I'm going to guess that it's whenever you feel like it, investigate. I don't know.
Whenever you draw a card, investigate.
Yeah, so never. Only in your upkeep or something if you're lucky. A white enchantment with a trigger. Okay.
So yeah, so it being a trigger, I'm guessing that's like a when this happens.
Yeah.
Rather than any sort of activated cost. Andrew said, White's thing is rule setting. We haven't got a lot of good rule setting cards. So, do you mean that sort of things where it says like you can't attack with more than one creature at a time, sort of thing. Is that the sort of thing you mean, Andrew? Whereas it adds like an extra rule into the game. Because yeah, I like that. And like Aaron always says, I like white to have balance. That's what I think white should be, sort of thing. It shouldn't, like, if, like he says about land tax, it's sort of like, oh, if you're getting something, I get it too.
Yeah. I think land tax is just perfectly kind of fine as it is, kind of thing.
Yeah, it is obviously a good one. It's like one of white's obviously best.
Yeah, I'm lucky enough to have one and use it, but it's kind of like, yeah, you have to have less. You kind of have to be at a disadvantage to benefit from it, don't you?
Yeah.
So it is kind of fair and balanced, I guess. You just basically you're keeping up with
the Joneses.
people. Yeah. You're keeping up with the Kardashians rather than, you know, just trailing behind their big asses. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe creatures enter in. I'm not sure. It's a weird one. Be interesting to see.
More green.
Yeah.
Why?
What is it?
It's shit.
Yeah, a white enchantment with a trigger that investigates. Whenever you play an enchantment, investigate.
Whenever you gain life, investigate.
Or gain life, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I don't know.
I didn't realise until I played Arena that if you attack, like, say, with 3 creatures with lifelink, and then obviously at the end of combat, you gain life that they had, that they attacked, sort of thing. That's 3 separate instances of gaining life. I thought it was just like collectively, oh, now you gain your lifelink stuff. So like when you've got stuff that says like whenever you gain life, something happens. It triggers for every single creature you've got with lifelink, which I think is fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's one of the. I think it's one of the instances of like a lot of the MTG cards and rulings are quite ambiguous. It can be interpreted different ways depending on the player. It's like, just one of them. Some people will play like that for years and not realise, and then be like, oh, well, you know, F my life. Been playing it wrong all this time. Well, why stop now? We just carry on. Yeah.
Because I had a stupid question. I'd ask Rob, our Judge Pal, just quite simply, what happens if you try and counter a spell that says this spell can't be countered? I thought, like, are you just not allowed to cast that spell because there's no sort of thing? And apparently, no, you just cast it and it sort of it goes through, but it's just that one doesn't actually get countered because it can't be countered.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. And then I'll point out like a few like weird case scenarios when you've got sort of cards that say like counter a spell and draw a card or something weird like that. Like you can still get other abilities off of a counter spell and stuff. And I was like, Jesus. So
yeah, I think I think you can pretty much do anything. Is it similar with those green cards? Is it Autumn's Veil or Veil of Summer? I think there's some weird rulings on it. Like I think it gives you like protection from blue and black or something.
Oh, I think I know. Yeah.
But whatever you try and play it against, things still happen first, and then it like I can't remember what I exactly read, but I was like, oh, that's a bit more confusing than just get protection.
Yeah. Spells you control can't be countered by blue or black spells this turn, and creatures you control can't be the target of blue or black spells this turn.
Yeah, it might be Veil of Summer as well. It's similar, and there was some like just weird things. It was like happen before anything happens, and I'm like, what? That was too much to read. Like, I could be making up these cards to be honest.
Yeah. But no, there's Veil of Summer. That is banned.
It was just, I think it might have been on the Magic website. You know where I'm researching like, because I wanted to get those cards for something, so I just quickly like looked up the rules to clarify things, and I was like, it made me like more dumb than before. I was like, oh, it might have been those cards.
Ooh.
It was just something weird.
Andrew's just got us a live scoop. Apparently, Modern Horizons 2 is listing on TCG Player.
Ooh,
So
get on it.
There might be some weird leaks. TCG.
We might see our frog friend. Cult classic animal creature. Fan favourite.
I've never used this website, so I have no idea what I'm doing. Latest sets, Mon Horizons 2.
They started spoiling stuff. Oh.
So these are ones we had last week, aren't they?
Yes, we saw like the fetches and everything. We saw the saga thing.
So I can't see anything else that we haven't seen yet. Because we had the art.
Is there another
last week?
Is there another page, Tom? No, I mean Grun.
Oh yes, another page.
Yeah.
Oh, the same, unfortunately. Etched foils back. Where are you seeing this, Andrew?
Are we on the wrong website? We're on the wrong website. Damn.
Tell us, Andrew. Check for sealed product. What does this mean?
Sealed product. That's that stuff I don't buy, isn't it?
Does it?
We did look at that squirrel actually, didn't we?
Yeah, there's this squirrel. I reckon this is the legendary squirrel here. This.
So that must be now, and we did say it's like black and white. It looked like Spike from Gremlins, wasn't it? Spike from Gremlin, kind of like, yeah. And it had, and didn't you say something about Infect, Tom, as well, with that squirrel? It has a black eye as well.
Yes.
So maybe it's got poisonous.
Collector booster.
You heard it here first.
Display.
We did look at that. Andrew's probably doing his nut, thinking, "God, you idiot! Click on it."
Where's the extra info here? This is it. You get what you get inside. 3 foil etch, 1 or 2 extended arts, multiple rares in every packs.
The sketch. Oh yeah, the sketch cards.
Sketch cards.
Retro frames, borderless frames.
So I think this is what we did know last week, unless I'm missing something silly. Oh yeah, a spreadsheet. Scroll of deck, Commander fan. No, I don't know. I think most of that we saw last week, I think. And it's only like sort of telling you stuff that we can see on the artwork. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a good talk about that squirrel, so that must be it. Yeah. How could we forget that?
We know all about that pet squirrel.
Possibly poisonous. Through its eye that was black. The black eye of Calcutta.
What have we got? The final one we've got is a Planeswalker from the past that has previously only had a legendary creature card. So
was that? So I don't. So was Dakon Blackblade a legendary creature?
Yes.
Has he been confirmed as a Planeswalker for this set? No. So I'm just thinking the first spoiler thing or rumor I had on this website I found says Dakon is a Planeswalker and will have old border treatment.
Well, that's got to be it then.
Could be.
Yeah.
That was the first one I saw, and I was like, okay, yeah, I know who that is because he's on the box art potentially. If it's him.
Andrew's filled it in. He said, you get 1 foil etched basic land plus 2 foil etched cards that may be fan favourites from Modern Horizon 1 reprinted with retro frames. Powerful cards introduced to Modern for the first time. Okay, so the Modern Horizon 1 reprints is brand new info, I think. And I think foil etched basics as well. I don't think we knew about that either.
So I didn't know about that, but that sounds cool. Love a good basic.
So some of the Modern Horizon 1 cards are going to get reprinted.
It'd be interesting to see which ones, because there were some very... Oh, they got reprint Prismatic Vista or something. Help us out.
Reprint Hogarth. Apparently Hogarth was only meant to be a commander playable card. They didn't think it would see any play in Modern. So who knows what they're going to release in this set.
I think it'd be interesting. I think it will be better than the first set, but I don't know. I mean, the first Modern Horizon sort of came out of nowhere. It was like a new thing, wasn't it? Kind of like, yeah, have this set. It's amazing.
It was something people kept asking for years. People kept going on like, oh, I wish we could have like a straight to Modern set. I wish there was a way of like upping the power level so we didn't have to go through Standard.
Yeah.
And they just did Eldraine anyway, and you think, oh, maybe they could just go straight into Standard then.
Yeah, no. Like I said, I haven't got probably as many as I think I'm picturing now, but I do use quite a few from Modern Horizons. But yeah, Dakon Blackblade for Planeswalker.
Yeah, that's a good shout there.
Mm-hmm. Do you want me to read out any more from this spoilers? There's only a handful of about 8.
Yeah.
Just to compare. I don't think most of them line up with anything yet, but you never know. So the second one says black skeleton that makes copies of creatures that regenerate, or something like that.
That's nice and specific.
Yeah. A legendary Naya dinosaur that tutors for another dinosaur.
Gishath's brother.
Yep. Legendary zombie named Corlash.
Do we know anything about Corlash?
I don't. I get confused with names anyway. I'm thinking of that Scorch Thrash card when you say Corlash.
How do you spell
Yurlock.
K.
Yeah, K-O. Yeah.
Korlash. Corlash.
That's how they spelt it on here. Yeah.
That's the heir to Blackblade.
Ah, that's the one you said. Yeah.
See, it's all about Blackblade. We knew it.
They've got him down. Yeah, as a legendary zombie. He's already there, but you never know. Oh, this is a bit. The next one says Ashnod card Dimir Sacrifice earns mill matters.
Who writes this?
Don't know. You mentioned Ashnod earlier, but it's
So Ashnod's back to mill people.
Yeah. Next one says a legendary wall and juggernaut that goads walls attack as though ... So they're saying it's a legendary wall that goads walls attack as though they could attack.
Own walls or
I'm not sure. It just this is all it says. Yeah, literally quoting here. Like I'm not sure.
It's weird. I think I've seen the spoiler list. I saw it at some point, and I just thought, like, who's managed to get the most vague and bullshit information out of these cards? Who's managed to just like pick up a card and go, "I'll remember about 4 words off of that. Don't worry."
Yeah.
Like, either give us a proper leak or just shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
It only gets better from here. A fateful hour white draw spell that fills your hand.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. A money card.
Be if you've got exactly one life, draw 7 cards.
Yeah. And then it says money card similar to Chains of the Mephistopheles or whatever it's called.
Oh yeah.
A trilobite demon.
Sounds good.
That sounds like Aaron. A white card that you can have any amount of. So a bit like, you know, have as many. Yeah.
They are loving them now. They seem to do one of them at least. Well, not like at least, but most sets in
yeah, and the last one just says Azorius Sliver that functions without its tribes. Note, these are unconfirmed leaks, so just take them with a grain of salt, or just ignore them anyway. I wish I'd never looked, because they haven't, you know, the only thing that came up, Dakon is a Planeswalker, possibly.
So, Andrew, I don't think Maro did write those things that Troy just said. They're
Yeah.
like an unofficial leak from
Yeah.
somewhere within Wizards.
Yeah, quite possibly. It was from, I think it said MTG Rocks website. But I can neither confirm nor deny whether those are true or whether that's a real website.
So yeah,
I might have just made all of those up.
Yeah, everything we said prior to Troy's little outburst was from
Yeah.
Marrow.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of them are unbelievable as well, or very vague.
Aaron has said, Trilobite Demon, loving it. What is a Trilobite? A Trilobite's them funny little
like fossil centipede things. No, they put them in one of the yeah. That's
from Pokemon.
Yes, that's it. Kabuto. The only one I know off the top of my head were in the Ikoria. There was one in the Ikoria Commander deck with Gavi Nestwarden. Something Trilobite. I don't know. Don't know if it's any good. I had a couple of the decks and I managed. I don't know. They were quite popular selling those cards. That's it. Cryptic Trilobite, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scuttling Sliver is a Sliver Trilobite.
And
so
no demons.
Sacrifice it to draw 3. Oh, yeah,
so we had. So you've had the Sliver Trilobite in Modern Horizons.
Yeah. Obviously, they just love Trilobites in Modern Horizons. It's the thing to do. Because that Cryptic Trilobite was one of the reasons a lot of people thought the Eldrazi were going to be on Ikoria.
Oh, okay.
Because there's basically very few creatures that are colourless, that aren't artifacts.
Yeah.
And there was that and a few other weird little things going on. And people
that makes sense.
This is definitely some fucking Eldrazi mayhem. And
so everyone got excited, and it never happened.
Yeah. As far as we know, there's not. But maybe in like the Return to Ikoria, it'd be like, oh yeah, shit, we forgot to turn the camera around. There's fucking Eldrazi over there.
Yeah. Oh god, Return to Ikoria. I'll give up Magic if that happens. You heard it here first.
I don't know why you don't like Ikoria. I love it.
I don't know.
But there's a couple of good cards in Magic. There's some people fucking love it. Some people want it to die. Some people hope Khan turns up with his nuclear bomb and just shits the fuck out of it.
I mean, I just want a nice set. I think the D&D set, like I said, I mean, this one, yeah, okay, fair enough. There'll be some good cards. I think the D&D set will be top notch.
Yeah.
For me, in my opinion, I think I'll enjoy that one.
And it is just good, classic, old school fantasy. It's not.
Yeah, that's what I'm about.
One of the problems with Magic lately is. There's just each world. It's quite hard to fit that in. Like, each world has its own sort of like particular flavour, and they have to sort of skew everything. They can't. They find it quite hard to just have one that is like this is just plain and simple.
Yeah. Fantasy. I mean, looking back, there are probably sets that when I wasn't playing Magic that were released that I would probably be into now, but it's kind of like, oh, I've missed them.
Any that spring to mind?
Things like the Kamigawa sets. Even things like Amonkhet.
Did you not play Amonkhet?
I think I just missed it, maybe. It was just after, yeah. I mean, I came back to War of the Spark, and I did think that was a really good set. And I look back now and think, yeah, I actually did quite like that set. It wasn't just because I started playing again.
Yeah. Yeah, I really liked Amonkhet. I don't really know why.
Yeah.
I don't know what appealed to me about it, but I think what it was is I feel the story was amazing at that point.
Yeah. Okay.
There was a real cool thing of like, what the fuck is Bolas's plan? And there was a lot of like weird theories of what it was going to lead to.
Yeah.
I think that's what I liked about it.
Yeah. I think it was similar to War in the Spark in that sometimes I look at the cards and think, wow, like the buildings and everything. It was almost a bit like Ravnica as well. I don't know, like the setting just seemed very cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I do like the kind of the new Phyrexia and whatever those sets were. Kind of like Scars of Mirrodin as well.
Yeah,
things like that.
Corruption sort of stuff.
All of that kind of stuff as well. It's just like, oh, get me there, get me there.
We'll be there soon. Don't you worry.
Yeah. Like Ikoria to me, I was just like, nah. And the same with Strixhaven, I guess. It just seems like the commander decks are just going to be forever in a set that I won't like in future.
Yeah.
But yeah, each to their own. I don't know. Some people love it. Some people will just buy any set because they love Magic. But I think for me, it's like, I don't know if I wish there was, 10 plus cards from every set that I want to buy. But then I look and think, well, it's kind of good that I only like 1 or 2 cards because then I save money.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't have. There's no point buying sealed packs because it's just a load of pap for me.
Sealed packs are a dangerous, not even a dangerous game. Borderline waste of money.
Yeah. Let's say borderline waste. That's a nice way of putting it because it's like, you like your money. Yeah, give me your money. I'll give you these things, and you'll have less than what you started with, kind of thing, isn't it?
So, we've missed a few comments.
Sorry.
All that. So, Aaron and Andrew both claiming that Trilobite is going to be a new tribe with a new legendary. So
that's cool.
That's nailed on.
I mean, that would be cool, but I don't like the look of them. It's just creepy. Like for me, like too many legs. Get the GTFO. See you later, mate. Get out of here. It'd be cool to add like that kind of tribe in, see how it gets on.
Yeah. There are only 4 cards. It's going to need some help to become a tribe, but we'll get there. And yeah, Aaron said everyone's waiting for the next D&D set. Andrew said War of the Spark was the last great set before the flashy era of Magic started, which I think is right. Because Eldraine was next, wasn't it? And that was the real first one of these. Like, here's all the millions of different types of
it was.
You can have. His set boosters didn't come there, but like it was the start of all this sort of stuff.
You had collector boosters started, didn't you, with Eldraine?
Yeah, the showcase frame and things like that. This was started there, I think. War of the Spark sort of did it in a sense of it had the stained glass planeswalkers as like limited edition things. I can't remember.
Yeah, it had those, didn't it?
Them, but
yeah, everyone was excited, weren't they? Because you got a planeswalker in every pack, every booster. There's some really cool cards in there.
And then Aaron's just saying, "Hold on, we're getting Phyrexia." Vorinclex was not just there for a jolly day out in Caldwell.
Yeah, just stumbled into the wrong, hood.
I thought he did. That was going to be my big guess, was that Vorinclex had no idea where he was, why he was there. He was just on Kaldheim. But then we found out he wasn't. He was all planned, tactical. He wanted to be there and loved it. His favourite skiing resort. He doesn't care.
Yeah, Kaldheim was all right. I like the idea of it. Just again, there's not much there. But I guess we look at the standard sets, and I guess for me, I look at the standard sets and I'm like, well, they're standard sets.
Standard in the name. There's nothing
like it's not gonna, most of it ain't gonna appeal to someone that only plays Commander, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, obviously they do try and throw a few Commander cards in every set, but
oh yeah, of course,
like you said, when there's not loads of them. I do find it harder to get excited about just like 1 or 2.
Sometimes, sometimes I don't even look at the spoilers or anything. I'm just like, I'll wait till the set releases. I'll have a look through it. Not in, but yeah.
How are you gonna keep up with the podcast? Like 4-hour set spoiler marathons we have to do.
Well, now I'm on the podcast. I've got my magic brain on, haven't I?
Or you can just use that 4 hours to have a little nap while me and Aaron chat.
Nah, because I'm here to shoot down everyone that thinks the card's good.
Yeah.
I'll find a way of making it bad. Don't you worry. I'll let you know you suck for liking that card. Yeah. Oh. So what we got then?
Got the second half of this teaser thing now.
Yeah, there was a couple of things in here that I was like, ooh.
So these are some snippets of rules text, which I don't. So these sort of like particular lines rather than just sort of like the overall flavour of a card. This one says, whenever you cast your third spell each turn.
Yeah, so this one I don't like, and I'll tell you for why. I can barely have enough mana in my decks on my turns to cast one spell, so unless we're like storming or whatever, Comet Storm or whatever that mechanic was I was talking about earlier, Gravestorm, wasn't it? Unless we're Gravestorming or something, you know, I ain't getting this card.
Yeah, that would be whenever you cast your third spell each turn, draw another card, copy it.
Yeah. I just think, it was like, was it Monologue Tax as well? When it was like, when an opponent casts their second spell each turn, I'm like, oh god, that'll never happen.
Yeah.
Let alone a third spell. Wow, who are these people?
Greedies.
Yeah.
Sat there with their little 1 mana cantrips.
Yeah, fair play. Yeah, that could be interesting. I mean, casting your third spell each turn, I mean, you need a good reward, don't you? Whenever you cast your third spell each turn, gain 4 life. Or 14.
Wonder if it is connected to anything. Whenever you cast your third spell each turn, investigate in white.
Yeah, it could be. Or it could be whenever you cast your third spell each turn, gain 4 life. Draw 14 cards. There we go. That's it. If you cast 3 spells, you're a genius.
Whenever you cast Whenever you cast your third turn, gain 4 life. Target opponent draws 14 cards.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah. You could be onto something with the investigate, maybe. Whenever you cast your third spell each turn, play an extra land. I don't know. Sorry, I reckon I'm calling it now. It's going to be something really underwhelming. Oh wow! Thanks. Gain 1 life.
Yeah.
Gain half a life. Lose a life.
Could be a curse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Says whenever you cast third spell each turn, you lose the game.
Yeah. Yeah. Just curse someone. Oh. The next one, if we're moving on.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, bit of Mr. Bean in the cinema. Ooh, ooh, ooh. When he's doing his owl noises in the dark. Yeah. Classic episode. So Ooze Tribal, maybe.
I'm down.
Is it oozing out of the set?
I'm down. I'll have 2 of these, please.
Pun intended. Yeah. Because there's some really cool ooze cards, and then there's some really kind of ooze cards, aren't there?
Yeah, ooze needs a bit more support.
Yeah, I mean, I've always liked the idea of ooze tribal, but it's kind of like, there's not enough.
Same. When I bought the secret lair, I was like, oh, I'm gonna get the ooze deck. I'm gonna make an ooze deck. And I was like, I can't see this deck doing anything fucking good. It's just 100 cards for the sake of having 100 fucking cards in the deck at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, Josh has said.
Oh, Josh, you were done. Yes, hello, mate.
Gain 1 life, then immediately lose the game.
Yeah, you're on our wavelength, I think.
That's
and
Andrew wants whenever you cast your third turn to be in red white, so Feather can use it. I can't even remember what Feather does. Can you?
Oh, it's you draw low.
Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets a creature you control, exile that card instead of putting it into your graveyard as it resolves. If you do, return it to your hand at the beginning of the next end step.
So you just recurring spells. Very cool commander. Gets a lot of hate for taking too long and things like that. You know, the general or haters gone hate. But on the other hand of this ooze thing, it's kind of like, is it like one of these just one-hit wonders? There's no such thing as ooze tribal, but if you control a few ooze tokens somehow, maybe create a load of tokens, and then for each one you control, they get +1/+1. It's going to be something like that.
Yeah, but like it could be like a one thing that like the first bit it might be like create an ooze token, and the second thing is just then this gets +1/+1 for each other ooze you control. Like it's just a little 1-card engine.
Yeah. That's what I mean. I'm loving reading these things, and then I'm thinking, hold on, this is magic.
Whoa,
It's going to
whoa,
disappoint. Yeah, let's roll back. Whoa, back. But yeah, Ooze Tribal. You heard it here first. We'll probably get hated on for building hopes and crushing dreams.
Andrew said,
Oh,
Feather the Redeemed, Queen of Cantrips and Draft Chaff. And then Josh said Uzma Kappa for Team Ooze.
Team Ooze, indeed.
Uzma Kappa. Next, we've got if an ability of censored or another censored you control triggers, that ability triggers an additional time. So,
if an ability of a dickhead or another dickhead you control triggers, that ability triggers an additional time. That's what it's censored for, right?
yeah, gotta be.
Nothing really new, but if an ability, trying to think, any good ones there, Tom?
Dunno, just
any good examples?
an ability of an artifact or another artifact you control
Yeah.
triggers.
Wow, let's just censor. Or maybe it's a new thing. It's a censored. It's a new thing in
New card
Magic.
type.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like your artifacts, things like Panharmonicon
Yeah, exactly.
triggers things, stuff like that, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Um,
Panharmonicon was ETB.
yeah.
This can just be abilities of enchantments or artifacts.
Yeah.
I guess
Just ability. Yeah.
Creatures.
Yeah.
Or another creature you control triggers. I don't know.
I'm going with censored. That could be cool depending on what it is, what colours it is.
Yeah, that's my sort of thing. I love little
Yeah.
engine, things like that.
A 2-for-1,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Just
I'm on it.
And it's the sort of thing that makes spells that are normally shit, they're now playable.
They're just about, playable. They're okay to play now, yeah. Yeah, that's definitely one of those things.
God, what have we said? Andrew said, because we need more Panharmonicon effects. Hopefully it isn't legendary. Just, I guess, it only matters if it's on a creature, if it's legendary. And also, fuck these things being legendary. That was the whole fun of having Panharmonicon in your deck in Standard. You wanted 4 copies out. 1 copy, your deck was still shit. 4 copies, you finally got somewhere with it. And Josh has said Lava Dart reprint. What's that in relation to, Josh?
Lava Dart?
Yeah, do you know?
Is it one of his dance moves? I'm not sure.
Lava Dart deals 1 damage to any target. Flashback, Sacrifice Mountain. So I think Josh has actually moved ahead onto the next point. Which is you may sacrifice a mountain rather than pay the spell's mana cost. And I think, I think this could be like a really good burn spell.
Are there any others like this? There's like buybacks, aren't there, with red cards, sacrifice a mountain or sacrifice 3 mountains. Could be islands, actually. I'm thinking of a card. I think I've seen other ones, actually. Again, could be totally wrong.
We've got 3 that are this exact thing.
I'm thinking of something else, yeah.
It says, so you can either destroy an artifact, target creature gets +X/+O, where X is the number of mountains you control, or deal 3 damage to target creature. So far, they're all a little bit weak, but potentially there could be something better in there.
Yeah. Well, there's got to be, surely. Got to be better than that.
What did Lava Dart do again? Just deal 1 damage to any target.
Yeah.
And then you can do it twice.
So you sacrifice a mountain.
We can do better than that.
You never know. Put it with all this, I don't know, double damage and that. I don't know. I don't know what's good for modern. Clearly not very modern because I don't have a clue about it.
No.
Although that was in Modern Horizons.
Yeah,
would they reprint it?
Reprint from Judgment into Horizons. I think this is going to be slightly different because it says rather than pay spells mana cost, not flashback cost.
Yeah.
Sacrifice amount in it. So I think it's going to be like a similar thing, but a slightly different take on it.
So it's going to be something, let's say half decent, but you'd rather sacrifice a mountain than pay the mana cost because it's probably too high for what it does. Maybe.
Yeah, something like
that. All I can say.
It's the sort of thing that burn decks want to stop you flooding out.
Yeah.
Sort of like you tap your mana, then sacrifice it to sort of. It temporarily lets you get like twice as much mana in that one turn.
Yeah. Don't know. The only thing I can think of similar is like that misdirection spell, isn't it? Where it's like, is it 2 and 2 blue? It's like a 4 cost, 4 mana. You can counter a spell, but I think you can exile like a blue card from your hand or something instead.
Oh, is that the new? It's sort of like Pact of Negation sort of thing.
Yeah, kind of.
Is it?
It's called Misdirection. It's the only thing I can think of in my head I can compare it to.
Misdirection. You may exile a blue card from your hand.
Oh, it's a 5
mana cost.
So change the target of spell.
But there is the new one, isn't there? From Modern Horizons 1.
Oh, is it?
What's it called?
Help us out.
Josh.
But you wouldn't pay. Yeah, you would not pay 5 for Misdirection, would you? No. It's there to be ditched. Ditch a card for that.
Yeah. What's it called?
You've lost me. I don't know. What is it called?
Force of Negation is what I was thinking.
Force of Negation. Sorry.
From Modern Horizons 1. So if it's not your turn, you may exile a card from your hand rather than pay the spell's mana cost. Then counter target non-creature spell. If that spell is countered this way, exile it instead of putting it to its owner's graveyard.
Yeah. Brilliant card. Quite pricey, isn't it?
Yes, 54.
That one.
54 euro.
Yeah.
You can buy a cheap hotel room in Berlin for that price.
You can get a hotel room in Belarus for about a month for that price. Yeah, so something like that maybe.
Yeah.
Sacrifice a mountain and do something like that. I'm not sure it'd be something like a counter spell. What's good for red? I don't know.
Just bolt.
It might not be red though. I don't know. Well, it must be red.
It might not be.
Must be part red.
But it could be like a weird hybrid thing.
Interesting. I don't know. Guess as good as mine. Josh might be onto something there.
So the next thing I think sounds quite interesting. Trample over Planeswalkers. So that sounds good to me. Like, that's what I want to see.
Yeah,
obviously, deal the damage to a Planeswalker, then any excess is dealt back to the player.
That is cool. Planeswalkers can be absolute. It's a nice way of saying it. Yep, bastardos.
Yeah. Do you reckon this is going to be like a creature that's just got this ability? Or like could this be like an artifact?
It may be like an artifact or an enchantment, do you think?
Something that gives a creature trample over Planeswalkers.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm leaning maybe towards, if it's a creature, it'll be one of these like not massively cheap creatures, but it'll be like some like big power on it. But then again, I don't know. It's kind of like, if they're not playing Planeswalkers, do you play that card?
Yeah, I don't know.
Again, I don't really know Modern if it's aimed at that. So it's like, unless they're playing like a Planeswalker deck, would you play that? I don't really know.
Yeah, I don't know. What Planeswalkers are seeing play in Modern at the moment.
Yeah.
I assume Ren and 6 still is. I don't know.
Quite possibly that £200 card or whatever it is, for whatever reason. I don't get if it's good or not. Ren and 6. You know what I think of when someone says that? I'm like, yeah, Ren and Stimpy. That was a cool cartoon. I'm like, Ren and Stimpy. Yeah, Ren and Stimpy. And they're like, no, Ren and 6. I'm like, I'm more for 4 or 14 actually.
Yeah.
New Planeswalker 4 or 14. It's a 4 mana. It's got 14 loyalty.
No, I was going to say, what if it is a planeswalker and you couldn't like? There's 2 ways of it entering, and it can enter either with 4 loyalty counters or
Yeah.
14 loyalty counters.
Yeah. Go down to 1 life and you can have 14 loyalty.
Yeah.
+1 it to win the game. Yeah, good call. Ren and Stimpy, oh my god.
So this next thing is big for Aaron. If an insect card is milled this way.
So I saw this and I thought the same as like the ooze. It would be a 1-hit wonder. There's no insect support, but you know, if you mill the odd insect, you might just randomly have, and yeah. If an insect was milled this way, stop playing Magic because insects and like, yeah, we're not helping you with them.
Josh has said Planeswalker that loops to Fairy's protection. For, I don't know, let's say maybe hybrid white and blue and black. That sounds like a fair mana cost.
Does it sound fair at all?
No.
Josh is saying it, then no.
Damn it, Josh.
Get out.
And Aaron's just excited for having more insects.
If an insect is milled.
Exactly, Aaron. If an insect is milled, what's going to happen?
Squash them bugs.
There's got to be support for insects based on this. I think you're right, Aaron. I think because like
it's about time.
If an insect card is milled, like that implies you surely want to stack your deck full of insects, and they want to make it that having like a feasible insect deck.
They could make some really cool insects, but
I think so,
will they?
I think they should. There's no reason not to. And insects can do anything. You can have little insects. You can have giant insects. You can have a plane with absolutely massive ones. Like you could have them.
Is giant adderphage an insect off the top of my head?
What?
No. Isn't that like a giant? Is that an insect officially?
Was it giant? How do you spell it? Adderphage.
ADEPHH, isn't it?
It is an insect.
Yeah. So you can have like absolute monstrous ones. I know Aaron loves that card. Can't remember if he said it was his favourite Magic card of all time once. I might be making that up.
It's one of the best.
But I did get one off him and it was, yeah, it's a great card. So you can have like giant insects, like you said, like that. Or, you know, kill a ladybug. It's a 0/0 for 0.
Probably playable in some deck somewhere.
Probably.
Some weird thing.
Yeah.
That's it. That's
Voropede's a good one.
Vorapede.
Yeah. I got a Vorapede off Aaron as well, I think.
Vigilance, Trample, Undying.
Undying, yeah.
It's the Vorapede. If you think you've killed one, guess again, said Talia. Oh, Talia, you drunk.
Yeah.
What have we got next?
Well, let's hope there's some insects then. Insects could be cool. I mean,
if an insect is milled, slap Aaron on the back of the head.
Oh, sorry. I thought that was a fly on your head. Yeah. Classic. No, but like when you've got someone like Aaron who's so passionate about getting insects as a tribe, just fucking give it to him, innit? Like, I can appreciate loads of tribes, but
I missed 2 comments. Aaron said it should be, if you mill an insect this way, put it onto the battlefield instead, which I wholeheartedly agree with, to be honest.
Yeah.
That'd be a good way of giving insects the support they need. And Andrews just said, obviously with Blex being out, it's a good fit. He'll like help and enjoy all of that.
I think it could be coming, like you said. Sometimes they plan ahead, drop random cards into sets, and everyone thinks, "Oh, what's that doing there?" And then you look back and you're like, "Aha! We've caught you peeping into the future, wizards."
What have we got next?
Yeah.
Protection.
Hopefully we get insects.
Yeah, I'm sure there will. Like Nat says to me, we're getting a handful of good insect cards.
They could be like the
ninjas of this set.
Yeah, you know, the most popular tribe, I guess, or the most supported tribe. which should be cool.
So next up we've got protection from permanents with corruption counters on them. Oh god.
Have we done corrupt? I don't know.
So I don't think we've got anything that makes corruption counters at the moment.
Corruption counters. What could that be?
Burgers. Aaron has said, makes sense. Golgari Dredge tactics support this. Check out Izoni. So there are no corruption counters currently.
Ah, it's only the
Is
1,000 die or whatever.
Yeah. So when it enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 black and green insect creature token for each creature card in your graveyard, and then pay 2 and sack a creature. You gain life and draw a card. So again, that's sort of adding about the mill, mill sort of stuff. But corruption counters. The only thing I can think about corruption is Eldrazi. When Eldrazi go along, like that's what they call behind them. Their corruption, like they on the Battle for Zendikar, they left all that chalky mess everywhere, and like they destroyed all the land. That they call their corruption. So.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know what. So maybe it's an Eldrazi that corrupts things and then is protected from the corruption.
Yeah, corrupts to protect itself, maybe.
Don't know. That's my guess for that one. Then next we've got choose a number between 1 and 5. Flip that many coins.
So with cards like this, have you ever played against someone who's played a card like this? Have they actually ever flipped a coin, or do they just roll a dice and say, "Oh, these numbers can be heads, these numbers can be tails"?
No,
I find it's all the dice.
I played someone that did do the coin flipping, and quite fucking evidently, they had practiced it.
A double-headed coin or something. Yeah.
Heads. Like they clearly had it like weighted, like not weighted, but like they knew perfectly. Like it was quite a big coin, and they clearly practiced it and were just nailing it every fucking time.
Yeah.
They're like 20 heads in a row.
Yeah. There's that red card. I forget what it's called. I think it's quite an old one where it's a sorcery. I think you flip a coin. If you win, whoever wins can choose to go again or something, and then you like double the stakes every time. But it's different outcomes for like, that's it there, I think, is it?
Well, this top one.
Is it, what's it called?
Oh God, I can't even read it.
Is it that one?
Elitery.
Oh no, it's not that one. No. Oh, help us out in the comments. Is it like Book of Wonders or something? It's something really ridiculous. I could be totally wrong. It's definitely red. It's an old card, and it might be that one there. That's it. Is it Game of Chaos next to the sliver?
Flip
yeah,
coin,
that's the one.
Target opponent calls head or tails while coin is in the air. The loser of the flip loses 1 life. The winner of the flip gains 1 life and may choose to repeat the process. Double the stakes each time.
Yeah.
Boom.
So it's kind of like I don't know. It's not the best card in the world, but
that sounds like a bit of fun.
Yeah. I just as soon as I saw that earlier, I was like, oh yeah, Game of Chaos, bit of a rubbish card. And who even flips a coin? Do people flip a coin, or should we just roll a a 6-sided dice, odds and evens kind of thing? Yeah. Just made me laugh. I was like, who has a coin?
Yeah, that was it. Andrew said he's seen someone with a coin flip deck. They didn't quite have the mega flipping technique of the guy I faced. And it's Okan and Zundra split, the 2 partner commanders from Battle Bond. And again, it was the same pair that I played against. It was a cool deck. It was a really fun deck.
Yeah.
It just pissed me off that he then cheated the deck with the coin flips. If he just played the coin flips fairly, it'd been a really fucking fun game. But then he was just like, oh no, I just absolutely spaffed this because I've cheated a dexterity thing.
Yeah, you kind of want someone, if they're playing a coin flip deck, to just have built it for the kind of the luck of the flip and the kind of, you never know what's going to happen really. Could go either way.
That's the whole point of all these coin flip things. Like most of them are like generally undercosted.
Yeah.
Sort of thing, because it's the chance of you either get everything or nothing, or possibly even something negative happens to you. So I don't know.
Yeah. Anything like that where I'm like, oh, you got to flip a coin or whatever, or roll a dice. It's like, nah, I can't can't be like corrupt in that. I'm not an expert coin flipper, so I won't use that because it'll go against me every time.
I find I'd have to flip one fucking coin, to be honest.
Yeah.
I always drop the fucker, and I've got to chase it rolling around the room.
They do use it in the Pokemon game a lot, don't they? And when you used to buy like and when you used to you'd flip a coin, your creature's still paralyzed if you lose or whatever.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But when you bought like the pre-cons, you get like a coin with
Yeah.
the main creature or the main Pokemon, should I say, in it. So I've got loads of those coins, but yeah. Obviously they're not as weighted as a normal coin would be, but yeah. If they're gonna make coin flip things, make some magic coins or something, and then they'll probably sell them for like a $5. People will buy them for the novelty. Wizards will be like rolling in their money again, swimming through it, getting their leaf blower out in the corridors, blowing all the money out the way, upgrading their toilet roll to £50 notes from 20s. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Josh has said, and Aaron, those coins were sweet, Pokemon ones.
Yeah, they did look very cool, a lot of them.
I do think I remember.
I've still got mine, so yeah. Maybe we should have new commander rules that say if it says flip a coin, you have to flip a coin.
Yeah.
Roll a dice, you lose the game. Ain't got a coin, you lose. Yeah.
But I only carry a bank card.
Yeah, that's it. There's no cash in the world at the moment. Yeah. Brilliant.
So we didn't actually talk about what we think this is going to do, though. We just talked about like, flipping coins. Any ideas what you think this might do?
1 damage to 10 damage, maybe. But then it says choose a number between 1 and 5, flip that many coins. So surely if it was something good and you're playing that card, you just choose 5. There must be some downside to it.
Yeah, I think you're going to have to get all of them right. You're going to have to get like 5 heads in a row if you choose 5.
Win 5 flips, win the game. Something crazy like that. Until you meet your mate again in the shop and he wins.
Yeah.
Or like, yeah.
Do you reckon it could be choose between 1 and 5, flip that many coins, and then if you get more heads, gain that many extra turns? So it's just a straight coin flip for get an extra turn, but potentially get 5 coin flips in a row, 5 extra turns. Potentially like huge value.
Yeah. So maybe either you get something different for each winning coin flip, or you get something for 1, something for 5. I don't know. Or maybe it's like, I don't know. Because you're choosing, I don't really know. Like, yeah. Could be onto something there, maybe.
I don't know. So yeah, people are all in favour of our new rules, so we will be enforcing that going forward. Andrew said, sounds like a good house rule. Aaron said, flip a coin. Only coins can be flipped this way. If this isn't the case, you do lose the game.
Yeah, he's put it into proper text for me.
So you can have that printed on a T-shirt if you want, Troy.
I'm just gonna write him a new rule book, mate. Whoa!
That's
Avalanche.
what
Sorry.
Empire 7's all about.
Yeah, exactly that. No, that's 6. I'm 7.
Oh, you're 7.
I am 7. Cool.
This next one, I actually don't really know what it even means. Instead, create one of each. Tokens, I can assume? But what? One of
First
each
thing spring.
token?
Yeah, first. What?
One of each token ever?
Isn't Sarpadian Empire something about you choose a certain token and then you pay mana to create a token of your choice? So maybe, I don't know, it could be something like that where you get certain tokens, because I think the Sarpadian Empires there was like 3 or 4 different token options, wasn't there? There was like Goblin, and whatever the other one's blue something, red, white something. So it could be something like that. I knew I picked this name for a reason.
There it is.
Yep.
So that enters
that's
the battlefield, choose white citizen, blue Camerid, black Thrall, red Goblin, or green Sapling. Pay 3 and tap it to create a 1/1 token of the chosen colour and type. And then, it could be underneath, like 6 and tap it, create one of each of these things instead.
Yeah, something like that, maybe.
So, that could be Sarpadian Empires Volume 8, perhaps.
Yep. Trying to outdo me, aren't they? It's like something out of Hellraiser, that. I don't know what else it could be. Or just like you said, token generator. Where a kicker cost or something.
Yeah, that's a good shout. I hadn't really thought of that.
Yeah.
So I think there's another thing that's similar to this. But like the creatures has a slightly different, like a 2/1 with haste, or a 1/2 with vigilance, or a 2/2 with. I think there's like a few like sort of different variations.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That would be cool because you'd like pick whatever you needed at the time. But yeah, have one of each. Yeah, why not?
So that's cool. So next up, we've just got some creature types. So you've got Assembly Worker. Have we had one of them before? We've had a few Assembly Workers, haven't we?
You've got Mishra's Factory. The land makes Assembly Workers, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Tokens, but yeah.
So these ones, the Replicators.
Okay, yeah.
So you got Mishra's Self-Work Replicator, the Self-Assembler, Cogwork Assembler, Foundry Assembler, and the Assembly Worker. So just those, because they seem to find themselves and create. Because Self-Assembler, when it enters the battlefield, find another Assembly Worker.
Okay, yeah.
That one you can just get cheaper. And this one is, whenever you cast a historic spell, you may pay 1 if you do create a token copy of this one. So that's quite good. Just pay 7 mana to create a token of create a copy of target artifact with haste, and then exile it. And then that target assembly worker gets +1/+1 turn. What the fuck was that? That was another one of them time spiral things. Who the hell was using that?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so it's just one assembly worker, is it?
Well, we don't know. It doesn't say how many there will be.
Does it? Oh, so that could. Oh, okay, yeah.
So we could get a whole horde of assembly workers, but I imagine it's just one. It will just add to that little game of assembly workers they're making.
Yeah. So could the next one be the legendary Naya dinosaurs that shoot us for another dinosaur?
Could be.
From the rumor list? That's what I was just looking at.
The only thing against that is down here, these ones specify legendary.
Oh, yeah.
So I think this one might not be. Do you reckon this is going to be like the old school illusions, where if they're targeted by a spell, they get sacrificed? So
possibly.
Like really cheap, a real big fucking cheap dinosaur.
Yeah.
As soon as it's targeted, dead.
Yeah. Possibly then. Dinosaur illusion, though. It's like
a bit weird.
That could be interesting.
No, Hotley doesn't make illusions, does she? Does. Because Hotley went off with Saheeli, I think it was. Tom, you come in Friday. Where might I be coming on Friday?
Who said that?
Josh.
Mystic Games. I'm going to take a guess and say Mystic Games. I'm a psychic.
Josh, this is the first I'm hearing of this. But probably not, I'm afraid. With the kids.
Bring them along.
Bring them along.
Never, too soon to start.
I haven't tried Thackeray with the magic cards for a while. I did a bit when he was littler, just to see what he did with them. But I'll try him again, see what he does. He'll just
get them started young, and they'll be like geniuses. Yeah, that's it. You just give them.
He is gruel through and through.
Give him one of Josh's decks. Nah, fair enough.
Josh said absolute bumder. Sorry, Josh. Sorry.
Yeah, we'll pass on the dinosaur illusion. Who knows?
Yeah, I doubt it will be the old school illusions, only because that's bad.
Yeah.
Like, that's just too bad now. Like, why did they put
Mm.
stuff that's shit these days? It'll just be a dinosaur
Yeah.
that's unblockable. Why not?
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see what it is. I don't know. I'm not a massive fan of dinosaurs, but
Shame.
like I like Golter and that. But like, obviously, you get like the Geschaft decks are really cool. Sakama's a good one.
Your new one. The new Naya one you're on about.
You could have a new one here. But like you said, yeah. Are any of those legendary? I mean, they don't say anything dinosaur down there, so maybe not. Like we said, pinch of salt.
This doesn't list everything.
So no, so it could be.
Next up is a Dolphie Rogue. Do you know what that is?
Pass.
I didn't recognise this at all.
Somebody accused me earlier via eBay of calling them a rogue, so that's the only relation I can have to this.
Oh, these are weird looking. They've
oh
all got
wow!
Shadow.
That one up there. Oh, look at the ones at the
they
top.
Can't be blocked.
Nice. Yeah.
They can't block or be blocked by creatures with shadow.
Unless
creatures have shadow.
Yeah. I think Shadow's quite an old mechanic, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think it'll ever come back, but yeah.
I reckon it could come back in this set. Like,
yeah.
Because this set can have literally anything. It can have one-offs. It doesn't matter. It's.
I mean, we've even had. Yeah, they are weird. There's a couple. There is an equipment, isn't there, that gives something shadow as well. It's a black thing. I think it costs like 2 mana. It's a black equipped creature has shadow, I think. What's it called? Is it called Dragon Shadow? I can't remember. Josh might know it. Again, it's like, yeah, it's a pretty old card.
Dragon Shadow.
That's it.
Creature
Yeah.
gets +1 so and has fear.
Oh, it has fear.
Whenever a creature of converted mana cost 6 or more comes into play, you may return Dragon Shadow from your graveyard to play enchanting that creature.
Yeah, not quite the same. I must have used something that had shadow in the past. Yeah, it's just a strange mechanic because you're like, oh, shadow, what's that? Again, there's so many old mechanics that new players won't know of, I guess.
Yeah. All slivers have shadow. Fantastic.
Oh, there we go. That's what we're getting.
So yeah, we've got those guys. A skeleton shaman.
So, on the spoiler list, it said black skeleton that makes copies of creatures.
This could be it.
Shaman, creating copies of things.
1 second.
Oh. Uh-oh. And now for something completely different. Oh dear. So the baby's crying. Tom he's bringing the baby out. There is someone else there. Hello. Goodbye. Oh, this is an awkward, isn't it? Oh, no, I didn't say anything, sorry. Any comments coming in? I won't be able to see them anyway. And Tom's back to save the day, thank God for that.
Sorry, the baby just came home. All by herself.
Yeah.
So I can't see any skeleton shamans.
No, so this could be a first. If we don't take this with a pinch of salt and believe it. But like you said, the black skeleton... Oh, what's he saying?
He just said, congrats.
Ah, cool.
I don't know if that's just getting back to my chair, having the baby.
Congrats for surviving the onslaught that you just had to. So yeah, that's it. Skeleton shaman, and then yeah, like I said, the teaser here says a black skeleton that makes copies of creatures. So yeah, you know, dodgy shaman stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, that could be that one.
So that sounds quite believable now.
Next we've got Elemental Incarnation.
What?
What is that? Oh, we've had a few of these.
Oh,
this set.
Dread and Vigor.
Ooh.
Yes. Shows that I've used both Dread and Vigor quite a lot in a deck, and I never even read that they were elemental incarnations.
No. Have we had any other different type of incarnations before? There's 13 incarnations.
Oh, Brawn, Anger. Yeah. Filth.
Sort of stuff.
Aha.
Valor. Wonder. So yeah, so hopefully it'll be something like that then, I guess.
Sense.
It'll matter if it goes into the graveyard.
Yeah.
Maybe this will be like
whatever
a
it is, it's
one,
not.
or something weird like that.
Maybe. Elemental incarnation. So that could be interesting.
Obviously,
now that we know what they are.
Yeah, could just be reprints. Who knows? It could just be.
Yeah.
They're just going to reprint Anger.
Maybe, but
I feel like these are going to be new. And it doesn't specifically say that these are new ones. So, but I just sort of feel like they are.
No.
That's the joy of it.
But if we're not getting up anything from the searches, then potentially they got to have something new and keep the players entertained, haven't they?
Yeah.
That one sounds quite cool now. Thinking about it.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that'll be good fun.
Yeah, there's definitely a place for the incarnation cards in decks.
I'm pretty sure I'll play the blue one, Guile, in
Yeah.
I want to say Jalera.
Okay.
But I don't know why.
Yeah. I've used Vigor, Dread. I've used Brawn and Filth. Anger's cool. I think it gives everything haste, doesn't it? So yeah, definitely a place for them. Don't see them a lot though. I don't know. No.
Anger's the only one I seem to see often. People just just give everything haste and that's it. Ah, look, there's Genesis, an incarnation from Modern Horizons 1.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So Genesis is part of the other style set, no? Is it? I don't know.
Not sure.
No. Is it by itself? I'm getting too tired. I can barely read.
I mean, it looks okay, but nothing amazing, is it? So hopefully this one is. I don't know.
Next up, we've got Artifact Creature Clue Mirror. So
is that a mirror that makes clues, maybe?
I don't know. Or just a mirror that you can't
ain't got a clue.
Sacrifice to get.
Draw what's a clue? Draw a card? No?
I think.
Yeah. They definitely do something.
Yeah. Pay 2 and draw a card. I'm pretty sure we had this earlier, didn't we? We had Investigate, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
that's right, yeah.
I don't know. Is it just going to be like a small little generic 1/1 that you can then just pay 2 and sack it?
Maybe.
Is it also going to be like a little mana dork, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. Like maybe it just taps for, I don't know, it could just tap for colourless and then pay 2, sacrifice, draw a card. I think I'm just telling you what Mind Stone is or whatever. It's just Mind Stone, but a creature. I don't know, yeah. I mean, I do quite like the the Murs, I guess. Again, especially in sort of more budget decks with the mana dork ones and that,
Yeah.
There's definitely a place for them. They're very, don't know.
Yeah,
I think they're all right.
Yeah. Well worth it.
I think every colour's got one, just a little one.
Yeah.
Then there's one that actually taps for 2 colourless as well, But yeah, I quite like them. I don't really use them, but I can appreciate them. There's one with There's one with Infect actually.
There is the little Infect one.
That's quite cool. So yeah, that could be all right. It's just a Mer with something else now.
This next one's weird. Tribal artifact, Lurgoyf.
Yogurt.
So it's like obviously like Tarmogoyf.
Tarmogoyf. That's
But-
what I was going to say. Yeah, he's a Lugoyf. But
But
tribal artifact.
It's not a creature. It's just an artifact that
A
cares
tribal
about
one.
Lurgoyfs.
Every creature is now a Lurgoyf.
Yeah. And gains.
Lurgoyf till end of turn.
Because I like Mortimer. Is that the black one?
I don't know. I don't know actually.
Yeah.
What is it?
So
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I've owned this card as well.
So yeah, power and toughness
Yeah.
equal to the number of creature cards in all graveyards. I just remember when I first saw that, thinking it was so fucking powerful.
Yeah, I think I've used that in a deck before, but I don't know why. Looking at it now. So maybe it's like a tribal artifact. Everything's a Lurgoyf or whatever, and their power and toughness are equal to something. One thing that, you know,
Yeah.
creatures your opponents control or something quite fair. I don't know.
I don't think they have a way of doing it like so. It depends on the color of your creatures. Like blue creatures get it for each card in hand. Black gets for each creature card in graveyards. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's something weird like that. But how
Green
do you
is
fit that in a
yeah. Green will be lands you control or something, won't it? I think that's what Tarmogoyf does.
Tarmogoyf is different
or is it just
types
one?
of different card types in your graveyard.
Oh, is it? Okay. Maybe green is lands you control then. White is life gained this turn. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. That could be interesting. I don't know.
I just don't know if it's just
Nothing's
too much text.
nothing. Yeah,
And then
nothing's
why don't you go
screaming
play
at
that
me.
with a 5-color creature and it gets all
Yeah.
the things. It's like just plus 86, plus 86.
Yeah. I think that's a wait and see card. I'm interested to see what that card is, but at the same time, I'm not interested because I don't know what it is, if that makes sense. Like, I don't think it sounds like anything I need or use, but you know, could be a silent hit.
Yeah.
It's very modern. Yeah. Oh, we got to move on. Come on, this is mine, right? Come on.
Hopefully
This is it.
This gets you what you're after. A Merfolk God.
Yeah. So I love a merfolk and I love a god because it's like, yeah, I just play this god. It's indestructible. It's not really a creature, you know, if it's one of the devotion ones. And it's like, yeah, that's easy. I'll have that as my commander because I only have to play my commander once and hope that it never leaves. Lazy magic. No, I saw this and thought, oh, I mean, have we had any merfolk gods before? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure we haven't. I'm
No.
pretty sure we haven't really had God in any other type before. Like if it's a type God, it's just
Yeah.
that. It's
just a
they
god,
don't ever
yeah.
have another creature type with it. They're all just God. They're not or zombie God.
Oh,
we've
zombie.
had.
Yeah.
For those ones, Boar God.
Was Mogus not a Minotaur god?
No,
No.
Mogus is just God.
No. Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah. So we literally just had the zombies from War of the Spark. Oh, you got
and then this one
Tiamat.
God, this new Tiamat
Yeah.
one. So
fair enough. So yeah, hopefully it's what I'm hoping for this card is that it is like these gods, you know. Just keep it godlike.
Yeah.
And don't mess with it. But knowing my luck, they'll completely revamp this whole god thing and then like, oh great, I don't even want it. But no. Merfolk God sounds cool.
I feel like we get gods all the time now. Like the first
Yeah.
gods ever printed were in Theros, which
Yeah.
isn't. I don't know when did Theros come out. Like the original one, a while ago, but not like forever ago.
Yeah.
And now it just seems like we had the Theros set have gods. Well,
yeah.
How was like just after the War of the Spark had the reprint gods. Then
Yeah.
we had Kaldheim.
I mean, I look at the Theros Beyond Death had the Nylea one, didn't it? And then you got Tergrid and what was it called? I want to say Berkey. What's the red one called? Bergie or Bergie. I don't know how you. Bergai at the top. I think it was right at the top. There she is. God of storytelling. That's it. But yeah, I like you read the like gods, like the Aphrios god cards, and you're like, oh, such a cool. That make a great commander probably. But it's like for me, it was like, oh, you could make more, but do you want a god as a commander in every one of your decks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just sort of feels a bit samey, doesn't it?
Yeah. So it's kind of like, yeah, I've got obviously the Perforos one now, but that's it, I think. Oh, I've got the Aketra one. But yeah. They're perfectly usable as commanders, but it's like, I mean, some people out there probably got every single one, haven't they? But God Eternal Ronas, got that at the War of the Spark promo.
Nice.
And that was just quality. I still got it. I did use it for a while as a commander. I got a God Eternal Ketra the same, Kefnet the same day as well. Yeah. Very cool. Like I said, did like War of the Spark. Pretty cool cards. Bontu, nah, not so much. He looks cool, but nah. So yeah, what we getting? Oh yeah, Merfolk God.
Yeah, this will be pretty different. And I'm trying to think what plane it could even be from. What plane could have a Merfolk God? Just, I don't know, do the Merfolk Dominaria have a god? I saw some people touting Ula from Zendikar, but Ula's just Ulamog. But after millennia of people forgetting and thinking that she might have been a god.
I'm hoping it looks like Sig River Guide, but god form. Keep it ugly. I love it. Just with the stoner eyes, you know. Totally spaced out.
That's what we need. Just this.
God, look at this. Come on, just chilling next to you know.
Still
rock
no legs.
Or the cliffs. No legs. Yeah, just extra long arms. Something from your nightmares. Look at that. Look at the mustache on it. Come on.
Hello there.
But yeah, it's bloody awful. But love that card. Don't know why. Love to have it. I would make a deck, but I just can't be bothered with it. Oh, brilliant.
Could be good.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't think it will be Sig River Guide. With legs in god form. But yeah, Merfolk God, I mean, I'm pretty excited for that. Yeah, I hope it's good.
Things that like you think this is a modern set. This could be something that's designed to push the Merfolk deck in modern up to like a tier 1 net. This could be the sort of like the last thing they need to just make it good. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that sort of looks like in modern, but
I guess we'll find out.
Don't know.
Yeah.
So next
I'm excited for it anyway.
A snake elf scout. Fuck knows. What is that?
I'm just picturing like the snake. What's it even called? The Sakura Tribe Elder with the snake head. That artwork. I'm just picturing that more Alfie.
Ah, there we are. So the Coiling Oracle.
Oh, okay.
Is a snake elf to give us an idea of what it might be.
Oh God, yeah, ugly. Yeah, pretty cool card.
Druid, it'll be a. What did it just say it was?
A scout. So snake elf scout. So maybe it'd be up in a tree, having a look at something.
Hopefully it's got reach.
Yeah.
But it's legendary as well. I wonder what it will be.
Ooh, yeah. Snakes and owls. Something like a. Oh no. I don't know.
I think it'll be good though. It sounds exciting.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really know anyone that would be mega interested in it, like personally, but
it's the thing where it's a snake and an elf. It could be it could obviously go in either deck. Like if you've got
Yeah.
a Leaf deck or a Snake deck, it can make either of them.
Yeah. I'll be looking at it when it's released or revealed. So hopefully it's good. Like I said, I'm looking for something new.
And finally, we've got our Squirrel Warrior friend, who we believe to be
Spike from Gremlins.
exactly this chap here.
With Poisonous.
He'll
Yeah.
have Poisonous 20. No, you didn't
Yeah.
even say Poisonous 10.
It'd be Poisonous 10. Yeah.
The rabid bastard squirrel.
It's Legendary Squirrel Warrior. Yeah, I don't know.
I
Like,
hope it's got the thing, you know, that warriors can't be blocked by cowards. Hopefully, it's got that.
yeah. It's a weird one because we got Toski in Cow Time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And that was quite cool. You know, you could just slot him into. I just slotted him into green deck just for fun. Bit of card draw on that. With the indestructible and everything. But yeah, I don't think this one will be green. Maybe. Or do you?
Ooh.
Could it be green and black, or maybe not even green at all?
That
I'm going by the artwork
Yeah.
of the squirrel being black and white.
Yeah.
Could it be black and white? That'd be weird. You wouldn't be able to use any of the squirrels with it.
He's got like green stripes.
Yeah, I was going to say it is kind of like a greeny, like that eerie swamp color.
Yeah, could well be black and green.
Yeah, could be a bit of Witherbloom. Could be cool. Maybe with Poisonous, it'd probably just be like Poisonous 1.
All squirrels have Poisonous 1.
Or that, yeah. Bit like Finn the Fangbearer type thing. Something like that. Something not deadly on first glance, but you soon find out when you're dead. It's too late. Yeah, that could be cool. I mean, it does look pretty cool. And has it got both eyes are black, or was it one black, one white? I can't remember off the top. Yeah.
I can't really.
Yeah. I remember off the top of my head, they were like different, weren't they? That's it, yeah. Looks awesome. And then, we did talk about those kind of squirrels behind it.
Friend or foe?
Yeah, Squirrel Army coming up, look.
I just feel.
Yeah, right.
I can't really get this one here. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Hell. Basically, the one over his shoulder and the one to the left look angry. They don't look like
Yeah.
the friends of this fella.
Yeah. It's got that necklace on as well, hasn't it? You know, the teeth that is pulled from its downed enemies that were like.
Oh, I rewatched Black Panther the other day, and that necklace looks a lot like the Black Panther necklace.
Yeah.
So maybe,
now you've said that, it does, yeah.
Maybe this is the Black Panther of squirrels.
That's the new Black Panther. Black Squirrel.
This is the Marvel crossover that they've been teasing.
Rodent, yeah.
And it'll be like that little Black Panther squirrel then team up with Rocket the raccoon, and they'll have their own little sort of like show where they go around together.
Yeah. That could be cool as well. Like I said, I quite like Toski. I don't think it's anything like amazing, but it's kind of like you could see him as or her as a commander.
Yeah.
Or you can just chuck it in your deck and, whatever. Oh. Right. Is anyone still watching? Guess these mechanics.
Right. This, I don't know what we're meant to do with, because there's millions of mechanics. Basically, what this is here are some of the mechanics in the sets. So there could even be more than this.
Yeah. So are these all new, or
I don't think so. I think these are going to be all, well,
reused?
maybe not even all old, because I've seen some people saying, what if they're new, like weird versions of cycling? You know, like they had like basic land cycling. What if there's like some weird ones like that for some of the longer names down the bottom here?
Yeah, there's like a 15 or something, wasn't there? Crazy.
So basically, what it is the amount of X, like the number is the amount of X's there are. It just makes it easier to read, and basically that's how many letters there are in this.
Yeah.
So like this 4 could be fear.
Like fear, yeah.
things. I did find someone put a list up.
Oh, yeah.
So like 4 could be Berry, Cast, Crude, Dash, Echo, Epic, Fear, Fuse, Goad, Hide, Meld, Mill, Play, Raid, Riot, Scry, Vote, Owl, Ward, and I doubt that's even complete. So yeah, so that's that. So I'm guessing
What did they put for 15?
15 on here.
Yeah,
All they've got
just out of interest.
is Council's
Commander
Dilemma.
Ninjutsu 70. Yep. Yeah.
Council's
Commander
Dilemma
Ninjutsu. Yeah.
or Family Gathering. What is Family Gathering?
It's a Squirrel's Family Gathering. No, I don't know. I was going to say, are they making it up or are these real things? It's just going to be something
It's
really
clearly Sealed
random.
Order,
Oh,
so that's pointless.
get the fuck out.
I don't know why they've written that on
Yeah.
the list, to be honest, arseholes.
Will of the cumulative upkeep. Yeah.
Fuck you, user Golden Sand/16. Putting that on there.
Rubbish name. Get out. But yeah, Commander Ninjutsu, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once
So-
in a lifetime, you know,
So
like.
the 15,
Yeah.
I can't see being either of those.
No.
Because Council's Dilemma's to do with like multiplayer format, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, I've definitely seen it on.
I'm sure it's like
Is
either
it like when-
conspiracy stuff?
Yeah. Was it that extra turn card or something? No.
Yeah, that's one of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little thing.
Expropriate.
That's
That's the
it.
one, isn't it?
So start. So yeah,
Yeah.
it says where it says starting with you. Each player votes for something or something. Each
Yep.
opponent sacrifices a creature for each death vote and discards a card for each taxes vote.
Yeah. So it's kind of win-win when you play that card. Something's going to happen.
Yeah. But it gives your opponents some say in how they
Yeah.
do to
Yeah.
themselves. And
The expropriate's funny. I think it's either an extra turn or choose permanent.
yeah, or
something.
gain control of a permanent they
Yeah.
control. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they have to either give you something or give you a turn.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think. Oh, yeah. I don't think we'll see those.
No.
Like you said, that's multiplayer focus.
Yeah. So that's why some people have been
Yeah.
saying like something like, I don't know if it was like mountain cycling fits or something, or non-basic land cycling or something.
Yeah.
So there's just too
So-
many. There's just, and there's, like I said, 7. The amount
Yeah.
of 7s out, it's just could be anything. I don't really know what this narrows it down by, apart from this one here, which is 9, and it has a dash in the middle. So therefore, this one has to be jump start,
spot.
surely. So aside from that, I don't think what else we know.
Heard it here first. Yeah.
But-
Yeah. I didn't even really notice that earlier. Yeah, I just looked and thought I'm not even bothering.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll guess them on the podcast, but yeah.
But I just don't even know what we can try and guess. All we can really do is just go down this whole list of
Yeah.
every single thing and just say, yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, things like double strike, yeah, maybe. Split second, I don't know. Have we seen that much?
Not for a long time.
No.
Since was it Kamikawa? One
Yeah.
of them sets split second? I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember off the top of my head. I just think of like Croast and Grip.
Yeah.
It's the only thing I can think of off the top of my head with split second. Triple strike, yeah.
Again, a lot of these that they've included in this list are from like from unsets and supplementary
Yeah,
stuff. Like
just made up.
partner
like them,
with.
yeah.
I very much doubt we're going to get in. Geez, that would be something actually if that came to modern, wouldn't it? 'Cause
Yeah.
partner with is just tutor up for a card out of your library.
Yeah.
Or time spiral. That was it. Thanks, Andrew. Is where the thing came from. Split
Yeah, possibly. The partner with, yeah, maybe. Now you said that. I don't know.
Like, could we get?
We have had a few, like, recent ones, haven't we? Like, partner with, like, we had the Shark and the Sky Shark Rider.
Yeah.
Things like that, you mean, yeah?
Yeah.
Just in the set. So possibly.
Like, yes, partner with means they can both be your commander, but it also does mean
Yeah.
just if if you play one, you can just go search the other one out your
Yeah.
deck.
4 and 14 partnered together. Jump and start? No, I don't know. Yeah. Well, it'd be interesting to see. It's good to make the predictions just to see how close we were. Probably miles away, but hey, it's all good fun.
The problem is I always end up forgetting what we said. As soon as all
Yeah,
the cards start coming out, I completely forget
yeah.
what we said.
Mm. I like that one. 12 hexproof from.
Yeah, what's
It's
that?
just like just down there. I just thought, surely it's just hexproof, isn't it?
But I think it's like hexproof from black. Didn't they do like a knight,
Yeah,
2 knights
they
hexproof
they
from white
did.
and black?
Yeah, I know they've done like
Yeah,
protection from something, but have they actually done it? Have they?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hexproof,
Yeah.
white black hexproof from Planeswalkers. Hexproof from all colours. No, hexproof
Oh,
monocoloured.
yeah, I've had that.
Hexproof from
Oh, and Nevran or whatever he was called. Yeah, I had
oh
that
yeah,
card.
I forgot about
Ah,
Neven Real, which is Larry Niven. Is it?
looks like Darth Vader without his helmet, doesn't it?
Yeah. Niven Real's back
Yeah.
name is just a normal name backwards. Larry
Oh, okay.
Larry Niven
Larry.
is just.
Lazar.
I don't know why
Leisure
someone
Suit
thought
Larry.
I'll put that in there.
Yeah.
Andrew's saying he'd like to see some more mutate. Well, join Aaron's club. You two can be the insect mutation club.
What? That Ikoria rubbish? Nah. No, Mutate. Aaron's got a very cool Mutate deck. It wasn't my thing, but I can see how people took to it. I thought it was going to be a complete flop, if I'm being honest. I thought, oh, what a niche kind of novelty. But the problem is, if they don't keep
Peasant will
things
enjoy
like
this.
if they don't keep like mechanics like that going, it is kind of like it will die off eventually unless you can build a really good deck there and then kind of thing.
But I think
But
that's what
yeah,
sets like Mon Horizons are really good at. They can just throw in just 2 or 3 little mutate cards
yeah,
to just sort of give your deck just something new to play with.
yeah, keeps you interested and stuff.
Yeah.
Keeps it fresh,
Without having
all
to
fresh
like
and crisp.
devote a whole like full on set to like
Yeah,
work around mutate.
yeah,
They can just throw 3 cards in that just are decent standalone cards.
yeah. I swear, I think Josh said it to me not long ago about mechanics that they just kind of use once and then they go. But some of them are really cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if it might have been the Boast one from Strixhaven or something like that. It was something from Strixhaven he was talking about. But yeah.
Mark Rosewater does have this scale. I think he calls it the storm scale.
Yeah.
And it's how likely a mechanic is to return. And
Okay.
I think it's called the storm scale because he's basically said storm will never come back.
Yeah. I mean, it is a good mechanic,
Yeah. But I
a
think
bit
the
crazy.
scale only really applies to standard sets and having like a full-on mechanic that's built the whole set around it. So I
Yeah.
think even though Storm is like right at the bottom of the scale, there is still the chance that they will print Storm cards in stuff like this. That it's a standalone product. They
Yeah.
just print
Did they do
base.
it? Yeah. Sorry. Did they do that in Commander Legends? Was there any Storm cards?
I don't know. I don't know when we last had Storm cards.
I could be making that up again. I'm useless. But yeah, it just rings a bell. But yeah, I see what you mean. Like a one-off or a couple here and there aren't too bad. But maybe not. Do we have anything
Yes, yeah,
recently?
that's
Oh,
Mine's Desire is a Storm card in Commander
there we go.
Legends.
Yeah, yeah. So you had a couple there.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah. I guess
It's hard
it's
because
good
it's
in a
showing
way.
everything that's got the name fucking Storm in it as well.
Yeah, but it's it's kind of like we'll give you a couple here, and then they can see or know that it's not going to be like overpowered anywhere,
Yeah.
or things ain't going to like just go tits up for a format. Yeah.
Andrew said that he runs mutate clones, so that helps his mutate deck.
Yeah.
Because that's the sort of problem with them decks. I just find. I don't know, sometimes you just feel like you're losing something when you have to play too many clones to make your deck work. Like if you're having to like sort of get weird bug. I think like on one hand it's fun because you're having to think of these fun and inventive ways to make your deck still function. But then you just feel a bit just, it's not really proper mutate. I don't know what yours is like, and I'm just using it like, as an example. Just like, I'm trying to think, I'm sure I went to build a deck a while ago, and I was like, it was like a weird tribe, and it ended up having so many weird clones in it. It just didn't feel like the tribe. It was just too generic.
Oh, yeah.
So fuck that.
It's kind of a thing, is it? Yeah. I don't know. Got to be like pedigree with tribes, I think.
Pedigree.
Got to be pedigree.
So, I think someone did count all this. I think there's 53 of these things.
Wow, really?
I'm sure that's what I read somewhere before. Someone said.
Yeah. So that's 50. I mean, is that a lot for a set or not? I don't really know.
It's a lot for a normal set.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's like for a special set like this.
Yeah, I guess thinking about it, you could have bits and bobs for different things to suit different people. So maybe, yeah.
I've just pasted it into Excel, and I've got 59 rows here.
Wow.
So apparently that's how many there is. So we're gonna have 59 different mechanics. At least, because he does say.
Yeah.
Here
These are some of them or whatever.
Mechanics.
Yeah.
So
the absolute joker.
So he clones the mutate stack and then bounces the original stack, and then try to remember what the damn thing does. Because that's not mutate. You have to just keep track of it all. It's a lot of admin.
Yeah, the old bookkeeping or whatever. Like crikey, I can't keep up with a normal game.
That's it. That is then the end of the teasers, and it says May the 20th is when we get proper previews and stuff. So that's Thursday. So Thursday is when we start to get the answer to these, and
that'd be cool.
See where we go from there. Frog.
So hopefully next week we'll have things to.
Yeah, next week we will have some of the new cards to discuss. We can.
Yeah. Hopefully we can compare it to the rumours.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
and
we can
predictions.
Yeah, see whether or not any of them were any of these sort of cards, or the sort of weird rumour spoils that.
Yeah.
Left more questions than answers. I think that's it for today.
Yeah.
It's been
alright. It's been a good guessing game, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty rubbish at predicting and guessing in Magic anyway, because like when they say things like, "Oh, it's a legendary creature from a novel that you've never heard of or read," and probably never heard of I've probably never heard of this legendary creature or this creature anyway.
I just thought of who that could be.
Go for it.
The Raven Man, who is
Raven Man?
Liliana's weird fucking. I don't know. It just haunts her. This weird old man that just like follows Liliana around, like some sort of like old pervert.
Okay. You're talking about my Uncle Istvan, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So
put that in the prediction box.
Yeah. I was trying to think of like some big character, but that
Yeah. That's funny.
I don't think we've had one. No, I'm starting to doubt myself whether or not we have had one.
This is where we find out we've had 4.
No, that's just ravenous baboons.
Oh my god. Maybe that's the fan favourite.
Yeah.
The baboons.
When it comes into play, destroy target non-basic land. That's what we need.
Wow. That's quality.
And that is the sort of card we'll leave you on. That's us done.
Yep.
Thanks very much, everyone, for joining us. It's been emotional. I hope Aaron's had a lovely birthday.
Yep. Happy birthday again. We are still in his birthday. See anyone at at the place on Friday? You never know if we're talking about the same place. Josh said, "Are you coming, Tom, Friday?" And then he went, "Bumder." I was like, "Oh, maybe I've got it wrong." Yeah. I was like, "What?"
I thought that was
Yeah.
next week's.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's been good. Hopefully we're back to full strength next week.
Yep. Hopefully Aaron be recovered.
Yeah, Aaron didn't want to come and do any predictions. He just wants to bathe in the glory next week when we were all wrong.
Exactly. No, yes,
And he's right about his insect army that's coming.
He was. No, I thought that.
Yeah.
I've already thought that one.
Brilliant.
Right. See you around, folks. Have a good one.
Yep. Goodbye.
Bye.